Using a big screen 4K TV as my main monitor can be a little overwhelming at times. You might start just putting windows all over the place to take advantage of all that extra real estate, but doing so can often leave you more confused and lost than you started. And using an entire screen with a single app to me is overwhelming. Instead, I have a couple main workflows that I use when working on my big screen TV. Starting with a single application in the middle for my primary work, and then adding reference material off to each of the sides. Maybe I'll need to work on 2 documents simultaneously in the middle, or it can extend wider as it's needed. The taller vertical height can also be leveraged for programmers that want to review more lines of code, or content creators can opt for an ultrawide aspect ratio to review a long video timeline. Hi, I'm David, and this is how I multitask and use a big screen 4K TV for productivity. The application PowerToys with its FancyZone feature continues to be my must-have application for dividing my screen. With this application, I divide my big screen into 12 different zones. But one new feature they added since it was first released is the ability to snap a single application to multiple zones. For example, I can hold the Shift key and snap the application to one zone, or do that again but drop it onto the border of 2 snap zones. Or if you hold Shift and Control together, you can drop it over multiple snap zones. This added flexibility to FancyZones is the reason why I've divided my screen into so many different sections. The 2 in the middle are my most used locations, usually just for one application from web browsing to word processing, or if I'm working on 2 Word documents, I find they fit into 2 slimmer zones that again stay in my centered field of vision. But Excel sheets that tend to need a wider horizontal view, so that's when I can start snapping it off to the side zones as well. This flexibility of snapping to multiple zones means you can cater to whatever size rectangle you need for your application. Ultra-wide for content creation editing, tall for reviewing long lines of code, a large video player off to the side, or a mix of all of the above while multitasking. While I believe having this basic structure is important to keeping organized, I don't completely restrict myself to these zones. For applications like calculators, notes, or file explorers, these are scenarios where I'll just want to float the different sized windows without a strict structure. For this, I'll use my next application called Aquasnap. It's a paid application, but I personally use the free version myself since it covers what I mainly need out of it. I like it for the magnetic feature that makes aligning windows together simple. So when I move 2 windows close together, they'll snap seamlessly together, or resize windows, and again, they'll snap together as well. I also use the glass feature that turns applications transparent when you're moving them around, and the shake feature that lets me keep applications on the top of the screen temporarily. And the final but important way I organize my screen is with tabs on all of my applications. So I can quickly hide applications in the background to avoid distractions, but quickly access them again as I need. I've been using Groupy for a while. It's a paid application, but I find it works seamlessly with the FancyZones. You can quickly drag and drop one application onto another to create tabs to switch between them, and then just as easily pull them apart and drop it into a FancyZone if you want to keep it dedicated on the screen. I also find it really helpful if I'm managing files across different folders open in different tabs, and then quickly drag and drop files between them through the tabs instead of having multiple windows scattered across the screen. So in the end, this is how my screen usually ends up looking during a typical day. I'll tend to keep all my reference documents on the right side in different tabs, and then all my tools, email, music, OneNote on the left side. So everything's easy to find and just one click away. And just as easily, I can change it up for whatever I need to for a particular task. But that's just how I use my big screen 4K TV for everyday productivity. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. You know what to do, and I'll see you in the next video.